We are about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Buffalo Bills. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. This is going to come out to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete. Rome Odunze. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
They run for the first time with James Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Regular. Hey, tight.
Now this time, Allen will throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him. And I think, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. You look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That good for 19 of the first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Purdy going to give it to Guerrero. And he'll work down inside the 45. Well, this defense for the Bills, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Purdy now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one lines up no good.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You look at this Niner defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
To the left side into the hands of Odunze. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down. 1st and 10.
To the air, Allen. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. Really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Outside.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. His first carry in their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Purdy looking to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And he's missed now his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Second and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's 3rd down.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down and 3. Cook up the gut. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
A 7-yard gain. That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He'll get this into the hands of Odunze. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
It's 4th down and less than a yard.
Oh, they're changing this at the line. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. So on 4th down, they decided to go with a run-pass option, a good decision.
And the run can get you there, but the pass gets you there quicker. Nice decision, picks up a first down.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right, it's Cook. He's able to work 3 for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This 2nd and 4.
Brown 80.
Here's Cook again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Cougar 19.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cook. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try to run this one in. And this play doesn't work at all as he's going to be marked down behind the line after the dive. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Bills. Khalil Shakir, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are able to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Bills 14, 49ers 3. Jake Moody to kick off.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Watch out!
Purdy from the gun. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now here's a throw out wide. Oh, this might be a double pass. That's going to be caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Bills 21, 49ers 3. Jake Moody to kick off.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Watkins, as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point safely through. And it makes the score 21-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Allen. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going
56,
again.
56.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
56, 56. Off 52. Half 35. Half 35. Done.
A final shot before half for Allen. Going up top. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Moody to kick off.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Purdy. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Landon Jackson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This ball down the field for Pitts. And this will be caught at the yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. Down to the 22-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. And Purdy, he's going to shift him around into something else. 2nd and 6. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Get set.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. Now he's free at the 35. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Rome Odunze, 87 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Moody. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty.
Jake Moody to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throw out wide is incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Ariza is on to punt here as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On play action, Allen. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
319!
Here's Allen to throw it. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This is brought in at the 21. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Purdy. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set.
Back to throw. Purdy. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for the Niners. 45 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Outside. Right around, sir.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. The extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Allen now looks to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Bills 35, 49ers 17. Jake Moody to kick off.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. We've seen a bevy of those. This secondary, they've been pretty good, haven't they?
They certainly have. They've allowed the 1 touchdown through the air, and they're going to be upset about that later when they watch the game tape. But other than that, they've been absolutely rock solid.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 8.
It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Purdy will look to throw again here. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Ayuk goes in motion. Out of the gun, Purdy. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or something that feels a little bit cheap. If they're trimming that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, San Francisco.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
McCaffrey will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Touchdown 49ers! Kyle Pitts from 3 yards out. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now Allen. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Purdy to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They need a touchdown, the two-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Purdy to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing, Purdy. Finding Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Purdy to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
That's why I never ask for help. I do it for you and do it for myself. I go 0 to 1 real quick.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Get set, get set. Right around, shot.
To throw is Purdy. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Here's Purdy. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And this is 4-down territory here. They know down 2 scores at this late stage, 10-yard passes aren't going to do it. So they took the shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Get set, get set.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear the Bills are going to win the football game. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
What's that?
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Buffalo, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. They will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew,